All right, today we are jumping right into a question that is so big, so fundamental, it pretty much sits at the very heart of, well, everything. We're going to explore a source that asks this really profound question about the single universe we all find ourselves in. I mean, just think about that for a second. There are 8 billion of us on this planet, every single one with their own unique thoughts, their own feelings, their own entire inner world. And yet, here we are, all stuck together, playing by the same rules, on the same rock, in the same reality. How? Why? So to kind of get our heads around this massive idea, the source material gives us a pretty cool analogy. Just picture our reality as this one enormous shared multiplayer video game. We're all players, all logged into the exact same server, running around in the exact same game world. But, of course, that analogy just immediately leads to the next big question. In this giant game of reality, what's the underlying code? What is the mechanism that stops you or me from just logging off and starting our own private server with our own rules? That's the real puzzle we're going to unpack. Okay, so first things first, the source material starts by looking at this whole thing from a human perspective, or as it calls it, a quasi-anthropological view. It starts with us, because we're the players we know best. Now, here's a crucial idea. We're not just passively watching the show. The source uses this brilliant term, observer participant. What that means is we're actively in the game. We don't just see the universe happen, our choices, our actions, they actually create events within it. And this is where it gets really complicated. Each of us, every single one of these 8 billion observer participants, has our own stuff going on. We've got completely different points of view, we have personal goals that are often in direct conflict with each other, and at the most basic level, we have this powerful primal drive to survive, which can easily put us at odds with everybody else. This slide just lays out the paradox perfectly. On one side, you have us, this chaotic storm of individuals, all with competing agendas. And on the other side, you have the universe itself, a single, unified world with a consistent structure and unbreakable physical laws. So, how on earth do you get from that individual chaos to this collective order? And that leads to this really wild question from the source. If we're actually powerful enough to be participants, if we can create events, then why are we all stuck in this shared space? Why doesn't each of us just spin up our own little pocket universe where we always get what we want, and our agendas are always met? A place where, as they say, never the twain shall meet. Right when you think the problem is already mind-bendingly complex just thinking about people, the source material hits the accelerator and dramatically expands the scale. This isn't just about us anymore, not even close. The whole argument just takes this incredible leap. It basically suggests that humans, we aren't the only observer participants in the cosmos. The concept is stretched to include a much, much, much broader category of things. And here is the big technical term for it: non-anthropic information transducing systems. Whoa, okay, let's just break that down because it's not as scary as it sounds. Non-anthropic simply means not human-centered. And information transducing, that just means it can process information, take it in one form and convert it to another. So we're talking about any system, living or not, that does this. A plant turning sunlight into energy is one. A computer processing code is another. Even a star fusing atoms. In a way, they are all observing and participating. This slide just shows the explosion in scale perfectly. We started with one observer participant, a scientist. Then we zoomed out to include all 8 billion of us. But now we have to consider every single system in the entire universe that processes information. The number of players in this game just went from billions to, well, basically infinite. So we've gone from the human puzzle all the way to a cosmic one. We have countless, maybe an infinite number of systems all processing information, all participating in the universe in their own way. And that brings us to the final, truly awe-inspiring question that the source poses. Let's just let that sink in for a minute. What force, what principle, what fundamental law of existence is so powerful that it can wrangle every star, every planet, every living thing, every single particle, every one of these information processing systems, and lock them all into one and only one shared reality? The source doesn't give us a simple answer. And you know what? Maybe that's the whole point. The real value here isn't about finding the solution to the puzzle. It's about appreciating that the unity of our universe might be its most profound and mysterious quality. Thinking about this really forces you to see yourself not as a separate player, but as a deeply connected piece of one single cosmic whole. So what do you think holds it all together? That's a thought to carry with you.